50 and 55. Support below at 20, 14, 09, and 02. Repeat the levels again. 28 is pivot. Support at 20, 14, 09, 02. Resistance above at 35, 42, 50, and 55. I hope everybody had for those of us who were celebrating, a very nice and happy Thanksgiving. I know this year was obviously a little bit different than most, but hopefully you're able to enjoy it the best you can given the circumstances. And things should get better soon, we all hope. And so we'll see what happens. But markets were obviously closed. They were obviously open last night, but they were open for half an hour on Friday, or just till 12 on Friday, I should say, and then pretty much closed till last night, and then started again, obviously. Now with everybody back in. Remember that this is November 30th, so Friday is going to be unemployment. And we're getting to that point in time where, the month of December is usually they throttle back on the volatility and the volume. So things should kind of maybe slow down a little bit, even maybe, but this is a unique time of year, so we'll see. We'll see if it does or doesn't, given so we're in unique times, not only time of year, but the unique times. So we'll see if anything happens as far, you never know when there's going to be some news or volatility that comes out that's going to affect the market, our markets in any one way. So we just always have to be ready and prepared to trade. But historically, things have slowed down a lot. All right. Bond markets have rotated over to the new month. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can. So obviously that means within the next probably a couple weeks now, we should be switching over to March. So bonds flipped over a little bit as the market continues to downtick here, down support down at 20 area. $11 VIX, what's that? Oh, the days when there was 11 on the VIX. No, no, I don't. We were down there for a long time, right? We stayed down there for a while. Let's see. No, I don't miss those days. Yeah, we'll see what happens as we downtick here. Support down at the 20 area. Yeah, so we shall see what happens this year. We never know. One day at a time. And usually what happens, I would have to say that since we can't really predict when we're going to be busy, we're probably going to have pockets of busyness. Uh, I would have to assume that would probably be the right way of describing December more than anything else. So we just got to be patient and wait for those opportunities. And like I said, you have to be prepared. We don't know what day we're going to be busy. We don't know what day we're not going to be busy. All we know is we come here prepared to trade, and then let the chips fall where they are may, and go from there. That's the one thing we have no control over is how busy we're going to get. But we are trading mini S&Ps here. We're trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows in the market because we don't believe the markets go straight up or straight down. Consequently, we're trying to find those inflection points in the market that'll allow us to scalp the market, technical term. We're looking for about 2 to 3 points at this moment in time. Sometimes it gets a little bit more. We have to expand our um, stops a little bit because the volatility gets up there. But for the time being, I think with the volume and the volatility that's out here right now, 2 to 3 points is a decent target for us. All right. There's our levels again in the chat box area. Thanks again, Mark, for putting it out there for everybody. Those are levels in case you're missing that we gave out this morning. Support and resistance areas with our pivot. Spotify announced Saturday that Black Friday sales were up 75% year to year, hitting 2.4 Shopify, not Spotify, Shopify, $2.4 billion from its independent and direct to consumer brand. In just a single day, merchants around the world produced more than 80% of the sales of the entire holiday shopping weekend last year, said Spotify president, who a few days earlier said he also said that the company was gearing up for the busy weekend as sales remained red hot. Shopify said the top categories include apparel and accessories, health and beauty, home and gardening. So there you go. So numbers are sounding like people are spending money. Have a good Thanksgiving. Yeah, I can't complain. We had some folks here, not the usual amount, but some family. Like I said, not everybody showed up, but it's a little smaller than usual. So I can't complain. This is what times we're living in. So we have to take the good with the bad. Yeah, unfortunately. Hopefully everybody stays safe. I mean, the numbers are so bad, and doesn't seem like they're getting any better. Ridiculous numbers are out there in the United States. Europe is getting a little bit better, but then they shut down a couple weeks ago, so they've turned the corner a little bit. here in Illinois, the numbers actually got a little bit better. Uh, Also, when the governor put a quasi shutdown in the state, where he didn't say that we're shutting down, but told people to um, do the best that they can without getting shut down. And obviously, over the last 2 weeks, the numbers have come down considerably. So I guess these mitigations of mask wearing and staying away from big gatherings, it does help. Um, since seems every time they do these moves, look at see what happens in Europe. The numbers do get better. And the question is at what price? Well, let's see what happens, right? Hopefully, we can get through this time. And again, everybody, governments are trying to do the best that they can. Of course, here in the United States, the only thing that's holding, I think, the stock market from continuing to rally is the numbers are bad, and as well as a lack of any sort of process in trying to get any kind of stimulus package together. All right, let's see if there's any numbers coming out this morning. Not that um, 9 o'clock is pending home sales. So we have a little number here at 9 o'clock coming out, pending home sales at 9 o'clock. Could be a little bit of a market mover. As we tick down here, coming down here to our, well, almost. It's a little bit of an annoying move there. Missed it by one little ticker. If you got in half a point above, if you got in at the point, you did okay. Nice little rally there off of the point, entry point there. So if you got in at 21, then you did all right. If you got in, well, if you left your order in at 20 and a half, obviously you didn't get filled. Maybe you make an adjustment or getting a little bit lower because obviously we didn't get them. If you, again, if you put it in at a point at 21, if you scaled in at 21, then you did okay with them. Coming and retesting the 20 area here. All right, if you kept it in there, you get paid off here very nicely. 20 and a half. We were in the same bar, so it's the only reason that you could have kept it in there. Nice little quick rotation there off. If you canceled it, that's fine. Still, we're in the same bar, so maybe wait till this bar's over and then make an adjustment or cancel the level altogether. Chinese regulators have granted Tesla the okay to sell its Shanghai-made Model Y sports utility vehicle in China. Reuters reports the permission Tesla was reported earlier this month to be seeking, and it had expanded productivity capacity according to Shanghai factory at which it makes a Model 3 sedan. The Ministry of Industry and Information Technology granted its approval on Monday, according to the report. So Tesla's moving right along. As we continue to downtick here, again, if you made a little bit of an adjustment, it's fine. If you didn't, if you canceled it, that's fine too. Again, we're trying to find those inflection points where we believe the markets will give us an opportunity to scalp the market. 20 area worked a couple ways, whether you scaled in or not. If you got into 20, 20 and a half, 21, 20 and a half, and we're trying to see if we can work the 19 and a half area here. Again, you could take in one or all of them, depending on how much risk you want to take, and if you made any adjustments, so on and so forth. There's multiple ways of getting into the trades and multiple reasons to cancel a trade. We talk about those opportunities and reasons for them in our education course, that we not only tell you when and when to get in and out of those trades and when to cancel those trades, as well as the fact that we show you where those levels are that we think that markets will give us an opportunity to market will bounce off of. Again, we put together a methodology that will help us take advantage of those opportunities, and also in addition to that, we try to find price action opportunities that might occur once the market paints some bars, and between the combination of both, that's where we get our setups. And so there's ample chances and opportunities to trade, given the market is ebbs and flows during the course of a day, as we've come up here very nicely here against our 19 and a half area entry point there, where we're looking for 2 to 3 points. And we have a nice little bump off of that level. Again, if you adjusted there a little bit one way or the other, they all kind of worked, whether you got it down to 20, if you got it at 19 and a half. All those levels kind of worked if you made an adjustment to the market, based on the fact that the market came down there, dipped. If you just kept it at 20, then you're doing okay with that too. Either way, somehow, some way, the level worked very nicely. Hopefully, you've taken advantage of them. And if you're trying to stay long, anything below 18, you want to be out of any longs if you have multiple contracts. But you have to, obviously, if you're only trading one contract or two contracts, you should take some profits along the way. If you're trading multiple contracts and you want to think maybe to get a little bit more, maybe you get a little bit more than 2 or 3 points, you kind of have a trailing stop or stop below 18, all dependent on what your risk tolerances are. And everybody has different risk tolerances. I understand that. And so we have to take that in consideration when we talk about your individual opportunities when it comes to entering trades and how you get in and out of them. And the objective here is to maximize your profits the best as we can. As we're getting a nice little rotation here off of our level there at 20. Hopefully you're able to take advantage of. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Put them in the chat box area. I'll notice it quicker than if you put them in the Q&A section. I don't have that window up. I'll get to it, but I won't see it right away. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat box area. I gave out levels earlier this morning. If Mark, can you jot them down again? The levels right there are in the chat box area typed in. So if you haven't received them, they're right there with the support and resistance levels. Those levels we gave out early before, well, when the market opened up, and they are good for the rest of the day. As again, those are the straight up levels that we give out that we use for scalping opportunities. But then again, like I said, in addition to that, there are price action opportunities that occur. And then, like I said earlier, there are reasons why you get into trades, get out of them, cancel, how you get in, how you get out, and make adjustments. All these things are part of the education course that we consider in helping you maximize profits. So, all right, there, Don, you got a nice little push up here to your level that you were looking for as a target, and hopefully you should be happy. You can go and hang out now on the southern part of your estate. Well, if you want warmth, there you go. Don's happy. He's looking for, he's learned. He was looking for 26. He wasn't looking for like 29 or 30. That would be above the blue band. Then he'd have a problem. But he's finally finding the blue band and saying, okay, I'm not going to let it stop me. All right, so nice little push there off of a nice double bottom. So the market kind of set us up for a nice little ride up here, and it also set us up for your exit strategy. The Trump administration is about to add China's biggest chip maker, Semiconductor Manufacturing International, and oil and gas producer CNOOC to the blacklist that charges the companies have military ties. A Trump executive order means the United States investors would be prevented from buying securities of the blacklisted companies starting late next year. The list has grown to 35 names with the addition of these two, and China's Construction Technology and China's International Engineering Consulting Corporation. But Reuters says the administration is closer to declaring 89 Chinese companies blacklisted due to charged military connections. Well, doesn't really, I think, considering the government has a piece in every company out there, it could be all the companies in China, not just 89, but what do I know? Again, it's going to be interesting to see how the new administration deals with China and the fact that are going to continue the tough stance with them, or are they going to ease some of the sanctions on them? We'll see what happens when the Biden administration comes in there. That's, of course, if you believe that Trump lost the election. I'm not going to go there. I'm just saying. All right, so that's number in about 2 minutes here, or a minute. Pending home sales could be a little bit of a market mover. We shall see. So we have today's last day of November, and consequently, uh, the Friday would be unemployment, and usually, you know, uh, Fridays, December's unemployment is the one right before they pull the plug on everything else that happens around here. We'll see what happens this year. You never knows. You never know. It is a crazy year, so you never know. You don't take anything for granted around this place this year. Well, we don't take it usually, but like I said, we don't come. We come here with we don't know what's going to happen every day. We have no expectations as to how busy we're going to be or not. All we know, we come in here, get ready to trade. There's a nice little bounce there off of our blue band. Very nice bounce there for our blue banders. And just so happens our green band as well. So if you did sell them up there for you blue banders, or did really, really well. It was like a no-brain trade up there for you guys. So nice little trade there if you were looking for that opportunity. Again, we have multiple price action opportunities that occur as the number comes out now. It's a little bit bearish as we've come off quickly off of our blue band there. We have price action opportunities that occur, and that's one of them. We also have whatever market, how the market sets up situations. Those are also different opportunities. All right. So, like I said, nice little rotation there off of our blue band area there. And we have multiple opportunities that occurred in the course of a day. Some of it is straight up forward, simple, understandable. So there's stuff you have to let the market kind of show you things and tell you things. So it's not pretty straightforward, but by the same time, the objective here is for you to recognize the opportunities and then to execute them. recognition of the trades is important, and second part of it is execution, which sometimes seems hard for some individuals. So that's why we work on both. So that's what we are giving and given, and that's what we're trying to do here. Chicago PMI, they were expecting 59, and they came out at 845. They got at 58.2, so that really didn't affect the market so much as we continue to downtick here. Next level of support on the downside we have is down at 14. If you're a little aggressive, maybe there's a little bit of a sale opportunity there below 18. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Well, the next support level would be at 14 if the market goes down. If you're looking for a momentum trade, I would say below 18 would be where you would want to get in to try to get the 14 level. Right now, it's kind of range bound here. The blue band worked very nicely, so the blue band was a sell up there initially. So we'll see what happens now. Yeah, right now it seems a little bit choppy, but it seems it's, at least for the time being, anything they stay below the 30 area, you know that's a little bit bearish. If you get above 30, gets a little bit more bullish. Below 18, I'll look for a push a little bit lower down to the 14 area. Again, we seen a little range bound. I think we gain a little bit gain a little bit momentum if we get below 18. Looking for 14. Right now is just choppy in this little area here. I guess there was a Winston Churchill was born today on a day in 1874. So he's a wise old man, right? At this point, obviously not here anymore, but he had one rule. He's my rule of life prescribed as absolutely sacred a right of smoking cigars and also the drinking of alcohol before and after, and if needed, during all meals and in intervals between them. The man lived till a ripe age of 90. Something to be said about that. That was back in 1950s, 40s, right? Drinking of alcohol before and after, and if needed, during all meals and in intervals between them. It's a little bit too much, but hey, it worked for him. Right. Moderna gains 10% on the plan to ask FDA in the EU to clear COVID vaccine. So that's the other thing, they have this eat, drink, and be eat, drink, drink, and be merry. It's drink, eat, drink, and be merry. Again, we're range bound here, so if you're gonna do the range game, anything below 18 out of any shorts, that'll also give us a push a little bit higher. So you have your exit strategy. DoorDash plans an IPO of 33 million shares priced between $75 and $85 a share. That's expensive. All right, we're trying to get a little bit of pressure on this market. Yeah, I mean, patience is important. Yeah, I can understand Again, a little bit, impatient. The discipline is very important here, and especially when it gets a choppy area. And if it does get in a choppy area, at least you know where your entry and exit strategies are, and you have to stick with them so that you don't get caught in one of these moves when they do extend or expand their range, depending on how you think about it. Yeah, Bitcoin is moving right along. A lot of interest all of a sudden. It all depends on how people perceive it, right? It stayed at 5,000, 6,000 for like a year. Now all of a sudden it's like moving. Right. The market is getting stubborn here around the 18, trying to see if it wants to break through or not. Obviously, it's bouncing around here a little bit. Came back up to 21, and it seems like it'd be a little bit of under pressure. As now we continue to downtick here a little bit. Again, looking for the 14 area. All right, continue our push down here, looking for the 14 area. All right, we're slowly, a little bit of pressure here on the market, just kind of steady little push to the downside. We're looking for the 14 area as our next support level. If you're trying to stay short, anything below 22, you can try to stay a little bit short here, looking for the 14 area. Again, you have to be patient and wait for the opportunities. That's the important part here. And again, trying to keep it a little bit short there. Again, looking for this 14 area. Obviously, patience is very important. Again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask them in the um, chat box area. Yeah, I saw your email. Um, and it'd be a lot easier to talk about them and illustrate them than to, uh, than to talk about it without the charts in front of us. So next time we have a class, we'll be able to, we can talk about it. Is there any way of making the font a little bit bigger? It seems like your font is minuscule, not even tiny. kind of keep you a little short here looking for the 14 area. We did get down to 15 here. If you were trying to stay short there, maybe you're able to kind of just hang in there with it. As now we've come down to the 14 area. Yeah, we're trying to keep you a little bit short there, looking for these little rotation off of that level. So hopefully you're able to kind of just stay a little bit short there and just deal with the ebbs and flows as it was bouncing around. But we're trying to keep you short, looking for 14, and hopefully you're able to take advantage of this little move here. We're not always about, just support and resistance. Sometimes we do have momentum trades. And again, it's the market kind of telling us when where to find those opportunities, not going to try to create them by our own. Gave you a couple chances to find an entry point there, so didn't go down right away, but again, hopefully you're able to kind of maybe stay short with it and then cover your trade down here when it came down. All right, so that was a nice little, again, we not always looking for just using the support and resistance levels. Sometimes we are looking for other opportunities. Again, the market has to present themselves for those opportunities. Next level on the downside we have is the 09 area. All right, next, like I said, next level we have is the '09 area, support area. Trying to keep you short into the 14. And if you're not, you're out now. Coming down here to the '09. They work in the '09 area again. Just keep your stop in. Whatever's happening is creating this little push to the downside. All right, market continues to get weak here. Again, that's why we have our stops in, because we don't know when these breaks are going to happen. All right, we continue to downtick here. Got the '02 here is our next level of support. If it's a little bit too whipping around here a little bit, you understand if you want to be a little bit patient and wait. Those things settles down. Whatever is creating the movement here obviously is, beyond what we know. At least we don't have that information right now, but it's creating this little push to the downside. So '02, below '02, we've got 94, 88, 82, and 74. So 94, 88, 82, and 74 on the downside here, as we are kind of vacuumed down here a little bit. Bit of pressure on the market. If you want to be patient and wait for it to kind of subside here a little bit, seems to be kind of opening up the door here really quick. Something's up. Again, we're trying to keep it short against the 18 area there above, and hopefully you're able to maybe catch a little bit of that move down to the 14. And then after that, the 09s and the 2s did not really work out that well. Now we're coming down here. 94 is the next support level that we have. Market continues to just stay very pressured here. And I don't know what news is out. Try to find out here momentarily. Something created this little push here from all the way from the 18 area all the way down here to a big 20-point move. 94 is the next support level that we have. Well, it hasn't been much support lately, but we'll see what the market does. So be a little bit careful here, given the some extreme volatility that's happening. Obviously getting down here to 94. See what it once again. If you don't want to take it because we've went through some quick levels really quickly, I get it. Just be patient. Sometimes we do have to be aware of the volatility in the market and accept it and just wait for the market kind of to settle down here a little bit to give us a better opportunity, since we obviously are getting caught up in some kind of goofiness here. Very good. All of a sudden, we've got some quick volatility all of a sudden in this market. We weren't like this a little while ago. But the last 20 minutes, they jacked up the volatility quickly. So something's up. Try to find out what's going on here. Kazakhstan wants to pump more oil. That's the reason we're going down. I don't know. That doesn't. All right, so we got a nice little bounce there against the 93.4 area. Again, going to have to expand if you are going to take them. Obviously, you're looking for more than just 2-3 points right now. But again, you gotta, let's see. All right, so nice little push there. Again, obviously the volatility is there, so you had to understand what you're doing here to be able to take that. All right, so I don't know what's going on there, but we ran through the 09 and the 02 really quick, but we did bounce here off of the 94 area. Obviously, that's why we always are reminding you to keep your stops in there, because we don't know when these surges of volatility all of a sudden come into the market, and for whatever reason, we are not privy to that kind of information when they occur, obviously. If we had that information, we'd be all happy one time, but we don't have that information. So we have to take what the market gives us, and sometimes we have to just deal with the volatility that comes in there, and that's why we always talk about keeping your stops in there, and no matter what the situation might be. And given the fact that we were keeping it at 2 to 3 points, so kept us tight, and then if you were able to jump on this 94 area here, you definitely could have taken this one for a lot more than just a couple points. But whatever it is, it's creating definitely some volatility here. So nice little pop again. If you're able, if you're stuck with your tight stops above, you're able to maybe expand your stops here on the downside as we came here to this 94. Obviously, we don't expect markets to kind of rush through levels like they did. And that's why we keep your stops in there. But that also gives you an indication that something's up, because we don't usually just flush through levels like they don't even belong or not even there, or a hot knife through butter, whichever way, whatever scenario you want to describe that little move there. Hopefully you're able to get out, and then once we got down to the 94 there, able to maybe stick with it a little bit longer. Let it quickly give us a nice little quick pop up there besides 2 to 3 points. The resistance will be back at the 16 area. Anything above 22 out of any shorts. All right there, Maureen. We'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, nice. Again, if you were able to get down there and get in long there, you're able to carry this one up a little bit longer. Yeah, I just went through that mental level the first time very easily. So whatever created that little push to the downside, maybe they were just faking, lying, or maybe they're just not assuming that it was not worthy of the push to the downside there. Whatever the situation is, the market's coming back very nicely. Overreaction, and they'll go down right to our 94 area there that we discussed. Once we got through all those other levels, we had to add some more. We had 94, 88, 82, and 74. Again, we always talk about keeping your stops in there, and this was a perfect example of why we have to keep them in there, because we don't know when these flashes of news items are going to affect the market and which way it's going to affect it. My resistance would be around the 16 area as the market came back very nicely there off of the 94 area. And whatever created that little push, that downside here, market is kind of absorbing that information, trying to decipher if they're going to continue to push the downside or they're going to just kind of come back into the middle of a range here. We shall see. But that was definitely a quick move down there really fast, kind of slivered through a lot of support areas and then settled down at the 94 area and then bounced back up here really quickly. And now we're just trying to figure out where it wants to go next. All right, things have slowed down here a little bit. Again, 16, little resistance, and just kind of trying to, I could go either way from right here. So be a little bit patient and be careful. Anything below 03, market might push to the downside some more.
Hey, a couple quick programming notes. We start here at 9 a.m. on a daily basis. This service is open to guests. It's also open for current monthlies and those that are part of Sol's course and his mentoring work. If you have any questions about Sol's monthly, let us know if you're a guest. I did send out the opportunity to sign up at the discount. I'll send it out again to everybody. Usually it's $379. Right now it's on for $100. And Dre, I'm sending it out to you. Dude, I'm sending it out to you. If you have any questions about trading software or trading platform, let us know. We can help you out with that also. I'll be in the background if you need us. Thank you. For those that are joining us from the outside, click on the link and join us internally. Click on the Zoom link, go to the profile, and join us live in Zoom. And if you like what we're doing here, tell your friends.